Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again after like 1 month of zero activity. Sorry about that, got busy at work. And of course, stuff kept coming in, but this one just came in yesterday. It's the freshest of my arrivals. But it's one I'm very excited about because I had the original toy as a kid. So, we're here with what would be my very first Super7 Ultimates, or as Robo from the Foosh says, Ultimates, or something like that, you know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Metalhead. And yes, I used to have that toy as a kid, which was amazing, and I was stupid enough as a teenager or something like that to sacrifice it to fireworks or to trade it, or I don't know what happened, what I did to that figure. And yes, as I got it as a kid, maybe I had some joint was broken or something already, and of course I lost the accessories while moving or something. Anyway, this is what we get, well, what I got. This paperback box with choking hazard may contain small parts, all collectible, not a toy, of course, that they want us to feel like we're doing the right thing, and we are. Anyway, perpetuating our childhood, right? I already opened these ones, and as you can see, I damaged this cardboard box, but well, that's just like a protective box for the actual product box, which comes inside of a protective bag, which I haven't opened yet. It's taped, and as I saw that, I was like, I can't do that before the video, you know. I mean, I could, but no. We're doing the whole process here because it's an unpackaging, unboxing review. And yeah, just for all of you who cannot take care of yourselves, warning: to avoid danger of suffocation, keep this bag away from, I was gonna say babies and children. Do not use in cribs, beds, care. Of course, don't do stupid things with that, yeah? It's not something that you should use to carry your baby or something if you have any. So far, these are my babies. I don't have babies yet. My toys are my babies. Anyway, that much for revelations. So they have this kind of information there. If you want to read it, you can pause the video. We have the green box here with the glossy metal head symbol, shield, whatever you want to call it. To the sides, nothing but matte and glossy, and backwards, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And as I can see, this is not glued or anything. I'm opening this the wrong side around, well, whatever, backwards, you know. And just look at that, there we have my boy. Again, I'm very excited because I had this one as a kid, and this looks almost exactly like that, but updated and kind of better. Of course, the main thing that everybody sees right away who is familiar with the original toy is that we don't have the vac metal, the chromey shell or main body of the figure, you know. But this still looks good, and maybe it's it's more durable, maybe, you know. I don't know. Of course, if you play with this, it will get all scratched, but as the box said, this is a collectible, not a toy, so you don't play with this. You just put it there and watch it and stare at it for hours instead of working or something, and lose your lifetime looking at it. Anyway, yeah, I constantly get this like afterthoughts, like, oh, I'm collecting more and more stuff, and life is not eternal, you know, it's finite. And what's gonna happen with all this plastic the day I'm not here anymore, which hopefully it's far away in the future and not close. Anyway, Metalhead, the original party bot, designed as Krang's ultimate weapon against the Turtles, Metalhead was reprogrammed by Donatello to serve the side of good. This chrome-plated sewer servant's eyes light up when you hold him up to the light. Always the life of the party, Metalhead can whip up a whipped cream and jelly bean pizza. That's, you will get cancer eating much of that. Severe sodas display video games or rock the sewer with tunes from his jazzed up jukebox. When trouble's brewing, Metalhead becomes one annoyed android and dishes out trouble with his robot chucks and food blaster. Anyway, then of course you could just have paused that and read it yourself, but I just did. This back of the box is full of, glossy accents. The sides as well, like with this like splatter pattern. The logo there is also glossy. The whole part below here is glossy, or almost just the bricks are not glossy, but the freckles there, the stains. And even if the box was super protected, had this thing, but that's not because of transportation. That's because of the person in the factory screwed my box. But I'm gonna open this anyway, so I'm gonna keep the box. Maybe one day I might have to get rid of some boxes because, yeah, collecting gets you a lot of boxes, and you will need a storage or something at some point, and it takes a lot of place and space. Yeah. Anyway, you just cut the thing there, the little seal, and then you pull the tray out. I don't know if there's more papery stuff inside. Let's just see if I can take this out. It seems to be nothing more left in the box. It's just paperback or cardboard, and nothing, no hidden gems or stuff. Anyway, there we have the figure in the tray. First of all, let's take this is the head with the painted eyes. Like the gray plastic head with painted brain and eyes. And the golden teeth. Well, both have the golden teeth, but yes, this is the one which is painted, but I'm here for the light piping. The one which is, the eyes are painted and the head is gray plastic. Yeah. So how do we do that? This is my first Super 7. So my first Super 7 and my first Ultimate. Anyway, you just have to separate both trays. I'll just cut it from one side. Here you have the extra accessories like that. I'll do the whole process. You have the extra hands. One thing that has had me worried since I watched a review of this, I don't know if the first review I saw of these was Shardimus Prime, and I was looking at the pegs of these extra hands, and I was like super worried, because look at the size of the hands and look at the ridiculous thinness of those pegs. It's like they wanted to break. I'm sorry. The figure looks amazing, but we're paying like, I don't know, if in the USA I think these are like 50 or something. I paid 60 something euros for this figure, and I don't regret it, because it looks good, or at least so far I'm looking at it and I like it. But I just look at these super thin pegs and I'm like, why? Was that the best that could be done? I really would like the pegs to be a bit thicker, unless they're using super high quality plastic which is durable as heck, but I don't know. Well, as I noticed, and if you're familiar with Super 7, they give you like updated accessories in the, well, I guess the accessories which are like updated are here in the tray, in the front tray, and in the back tray. Apart from the actual extra set of hands, you have like a whole set of extra accessories, and you have this like the thing that used to came with the original Turtles, the Playmates one, you know, the original toys from the late 80s, early 90s, I don't remember the exact years, from my childhood, you know. And yeah, but that's something I guess to keep like that as a extra, how to call it, nostalgia piece of space rubbing stuff. But it's, I like it. I mean, in the extreme case you break one of these accessories, you could replace it with these extra ones, but this is, I guess, mostly to be kept like that. That's the idea, but you can also use it. So extra hands, let's put them out of there. I'm shocked to see those little thin pegs. Really, it feels to me like if those were pegs for a vintage collection figure or something like. I mean, yeah, maybe Marvel Legends and all the Hasbro figures have also these pegs, you know, not thicker than this, but as you can see, these hands are much bigger than the regular $22 or $20 figure, and this figure is more as twice as much. In my case, is thrice as much the price, and I would have liked really to see thicker pegs. So, taking all the stuff out, you have the backpack. The image there is not a sticker, it's printed. I don't remember how the original toy was. I don't have that with me anymore, sadly. It's the little antenna. Then that's the mechanical nunchucks. I don't remember the name. The box was had it. Robo chucks. And he comes with a set of grenades, which I guess you can put them in his hands. I mean, should be, yeah, possible. Should be possible. And this hand with the extended thing here. I don't know if it's just plastic or bendy wire thing. I wouldn't. What I just did which was twisting it, and I think it's just plastic. It doesn't have the usual holes when you have a bendy wire thing. It is quite thin, and I just bend it a bit, and I wouldn't recommend doing that because maybe I stressed it already. I might put it into hot water later. Yeah, and let's take the main guy here out of the tray. It's taking forever. 13 minutes already, man. Sorry about it. I'm just like rambling about this, and I had some complaints already before even having the figure in my hands. So much for the trays and stuff, and boom, here we have Metalhead and his accessories. Let's just mount this in like this, just because of reasons. It's a super tight fit, this Robo chucks on the backpack. First of all, let's just take a look at the figure. So I took the time to check the articulation a little bit, A good thing is already just by maneuvering with the hands a little bit. Well, first you can see I just place the grenades in the hands that he comes with in the box. You just push them from the top, and yeah, they kind of snug in there, yeah. And yeah, I mean the hands pop off really easily, so at least that's a, I mean, yeah, it might be annoying at moments, but that guarantees that you won't break the pegs, you know, like so easily. There you have the thing. I'm using an older phone just to check the thing here, the one of the selling points of this figure, the light piping, and it's good, as you can see. I mean, that's no light. So, there you have it. Let's bring him closer because I like it. I don't remember. I mean, I think the original figure was, the head was gray plastic with the translucent red plastic insert, which I always like when figures have light piping. I like this molding of two plastics. I mean, I like the effort. For example, with some Transformers, like the most recent Soundwave figures, like the Voyager class Soundwaves that come, and Sound Blasters that come with this beautiful light piping. Hasbro puts the effort to use two separate plastics, you know, and to mold them to fit snug and to look awesome. I preferred that to a piece of red plastic painted gray, just because of I mean, it looks good, but as you saw maybe when I did the close-up, the paint is not super clean or super sharp, and yeah, from the distance it's okay, yeah, but I don't know, I would just prefer when oh, that just happened. Well, I did it. When the pieces, when you have two different plastics, you can see there, and look how, that's what I mean. This came just like that. I just popped it off right now, and you can see already I have some paint chipping, which can happen. Yeah, it's not the end of the world because it's there where it's not in the front of the face, and I can surely get some gray paint and fix that, but it's something I shouldn't be forced to do, you know. We shouldn't be needing to fix our figures right from the unboxing, you know. And as you can see, it's red plastic painted. I just hope the paint is good enough that it stays there, you know. Otherwise, yeah, the red for these eyes could be a bit lighter or clearer. I mean, this is a painted face, yeah, and it would be better, in my opinion, if it could be, if the difference was more noticeable. It's noticeable, but it's not super. I mean, it's not that. It's like ketchup color, and it could be a lighter red. As you can see, the neck is on a double ball or a dumbbell joint, as they call them. I think that's the right way to call them. I'll just pop the light piping head again because it's the one I think I will always be keeping there, because this is how I know this character. I don't remember even if when I was a kid, I did watch the show, of course, and I played the games, and I loved the turtles. I had quite a collection with my brother, and yes, we were really young kids, so we did play with them and we destroyed them with time. But yeah, that's something that happened back then. This now is my collectible. And yeah, let's just stop talking about it and let's just check the articulation. The head, as you can see, let me go yeah, can look up that much, which is not much, but it's okay. Can look down a little bit, has a good amount of tilt, and of course can turn all the way around, and that's good. And it's well placed on the neck, so it's, you don't see any unnecessary lengths, or you can see the joint actually, so it's good. The shoulders can go all the way around. They have a bit of a limited amount of movement here because of the sculpt. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, maybe you can cut there if you want to give him more range, if you really need this guy to be lifting, to be able to make the T, you know, to go 90 degrees to the side or something. But I mean, yeah, if you have duplicates of this figure, if you have that amount of that kind of money that you can buy these several times and wonder, yeah, it's something you can do. I won't do it unless I get a second copy, you know. Maybe I'll do, I don't know, I don't feel the need to. I would like to hit this to see how thick the peg from the shoulder to the biceps is, to the, yeah, you know, to the upper arm, because it feels a bit fragile to me, just to feel. I mean, was what I was saying about the rambling about the pegs for the hands. I guess it might be a thin peg again. I mean, I hope it's not the case, but or I hope this plastic is good enough that it doesn't just snap someday because of posing. I like the fact that this part on the elbows, this little yellow thing, is not just painted. I think it's glued or just placed there, but it's a different plastic. It's just yellow molded piece. The arms can go, the elbows have like almost 90 degrees of bend, which is okay. I mean, it could be better, yeah, but it's I guess they didn't do more range to keep the aesthetics. What else? The hands both go horizontally in and out. This guy isn't carrying no guns or no swords, so I think it's okay in this case. I don't know if you get figures from Super7 Ultimates that have vertical hinges, or they all just like this. Nothing on the diaphragm. Of course, you have it's very important for these figures to keep the aesthetics, I guess. These are all like super nostalgia imbued. So, but as you can see, the frontal plate of the shell, or it's the whole shell. Well, the back of the shell is a hard plastic, but from this section to the front is like a soft plastic separate part. You can see there where it joins both parts, you know. And yeah, this is a softer plastic. I hope it lasts well without becoming sticky or something. And you can move a bit this lower, like the whole thing the whole piece that holds the legs together, and so you have a bit of a waist turning, just a little bit, you know. You just have a little bit of freedom there, so that you don't have a super totally stiff upper body. I mean, the upper body is stiff, but you have some little movement option. As far as I know, it has no butterfly joints or something. You just have this thing. The upper part seems to be going nowhere, it's just there. Yeah, I mean, he's not the best figure in sense of articulation, but it's much better than in the articulation department than the original one, which is a beautiful figure, but it's much more limited than this. You have the, how do you call the thigh cut? Yeah, and you have a good split. You can do the whole split, that's a win for the figure. You can kick to the front. I mean, this part is flexible again, like the crotch, so you can force it a bit, but I wouldn't be squeezing this that much. You don't want to chip the paint or something. I mean, and the idea of this figure is to be, it's like the nostalgia factor mostly, but still it has a decent amount of movement, taking in account the sculpt we have. Yeah, then we have the knee can turn around, but you have to be careful with this I forgot these pipes here, you know, these connector cables. You have no boot cut, but it's okay also because of the cable. You don't want to snap that, so just always remember it's there. The feet have a good ankle tilt. They have like also a really good movement to the front, and also really good movement to the back. I mean, taking into account the sculpt and everything. This is another part where I'm very conscious of the peg, and you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but yeah, you can see it there. The peg is, it's there, but I can, when I move the feet, I can feel the that it could be a bit fragile, you know. So you really want to always, when you move this feet, you don't want just to you just be careful to like push here or hold it with the thumb and put this sort of thing, you know, to hold it close to the peg so that you can feel if it's stiff and if you need to warm it up a bit or if it's good to move. Just be careful, you know, that's what I mean. So this figure in the nostalgia department looks amazing, and yeah, also the pegs for the legs going into the crotch, just take a look at that. It's, yeah, let's say generally I'm a bit concerned about the, let's say, all the pegs in this figure. You know, I feel like they are on the thin side, and that's not something I like, especially when you're paying like a good amount of money for these figures. I mean, they look good and all of that, but I'm not super, it doesn't feel super sturdy in the peg department. Now you can use this hand just like to, again, this guy comes with no swords or size or anything. The nunchuck thing is, it's like what he had, the original toy, but this, for me, it looks more like a, how do you call this, pressure hammer, like for the construction sites, you know, I don't know the name in English, but like a hydraulic hammer, you know what I mean, this thing they use to make holes in the ground or whatever. Yeah, let's give him his backpack because we want to see this guy fully equipped. Sorry, I mean, that it's taking so long, as I wasn't reviewing for a long time. I most surely just lost the the feel for time, you know, the agility of the reviews. So there he is with his backpack on, which kind of finishes his look. Let me lift the camera a little bit. And yeah, that's the way. Anyway, I'm taking this off and giving his antenna because that might look a bit more, let's say it, appropriate or normal. We don't want normal, but you know what I mean. Now, this guy comes with a set of two fists, a set of two kind of open or grabby hands, like Frankenstein coming for you, or zombie, and he comes with the two open hands. I mean, one is still there holding the grenade. Well, the grenade holding hands, and of course with the extra head. And the thing I showed you in the beginning, like the little tray for the extra, for the nostalgia accessories, let's call it like that. So there you have Metalhead, Super7 Metalhead with the 2012 or 13, I don't remember the year, Metalhead from the animated series. I mean, it's super different, yeah, but I still like my animated series figures. And yeah, I guess these ones are like 4.5 or something like that scale. Well, at least this one looks very tiny. The regular characters, well, the turtles, they look a bit larger than him. Here we have the four main guys. Yeah, that was just for a little nostalgia comparison. I really like these figures from 2012 because they're a nice throwback and update to the original figures. Here we have the NECA Leonardo, which I guess looks fine, yeah. So then we have, well, the movie Leonardo, of course, I didn't mention that. Here we have from Masters of the Universe Origins, Roboto and Faker. From G.I. Joe Classified series, a beautiful Viper and a beautiful Stormtrooper from the Black series. MCU Black Widow. Here we have Revelations Evil-Lean, and we have from Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Run Amok. I think that's Run Amok, yeah, or is it Runabout? I think it's Run Amok. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this review. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I will upload stuff now and then, sometimes regularly, sometimes sporadically, because it's not my main or the only thing I have to do in life, you know. But you know, I'm not living from this or anything like that, but not yet, maybe one day. So please help me by subscribing, give a like if it was useful for you. The figure, I really like it, but be aware that the pegs, in my opinion, all the joints feel to me like the pegs are a bit thin. I mean, this joint from the shoulder to the bicep, the hand pegs feel a bit thin, but they also come off easily, and they don't feel stiff when turning them and stuff. The pegs, the T-pegs going into the crotch feel a bit thin to me, but again, you can move them without forcing stuff, yeah, or at least pay attention that you don't force them, because they feel a bit thin. And the pegs to the feet, they also feel a bit that they could be fragile. I hope they are not, but they feel a bit like like you want to be careful, you know. Maybe you're super used to Super7 Ultimate figures and you have never had a problem. I hope it's the case. Or maybe you have a lot of these figures, and you can leave in the comments like, are they durable enough? I mean, I hope, well, I think you won't be playing with them like a little kid, like you know, smashing them and that. But if you want to be posing them now and then, you of course want them to be durable, and especially if you're paying like $50 or more for these figures, we want them to last. You know, that's what I think. I hope quality control is good enough that they are durable. Anyway, that was a lot of rambling again. See you around. Ciao, ciao, ciao.